Thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming out. Some of you both days this holiday weekend. Definitely excited to get this win. Duquesne's a really good team. They won 30-something games last year and got an at-large bid. I told, I think, some of our players a story that Dan, their coach, was literally the first person I ever met on my first Final Four when I was a senior in college, and sent me notes and has kind of encouraged me in my whole coaching career. So fun to play him, have a lot of respect for what they run and how they do it. So it was a good win for us. Probably, our biggest challenge thus far, and I thought the players really responded emphatically. I like how we're playing. I think the balance, especially on offense, shows out a lot. 20 assists and 10 turnovers, taking care of the ball better. And then again, the inside-outside game is what I think we've really kind of figured out. So that's good. It's a good place for us to be heading into Nebraska a week from now. Just really proud of our players. Obviously Courtney and Nina stepped up, huge this weekend. Not surprised, but it's great for our team, and I think the whole team continues to kind of want to fight to be the best team we can be. So we're excited about where we are and hungry to keep getting better.
Well, like you said, it was a quick turnaround. Right after the game, we watched a little bit of Duquesne. We had film that night, and basically it was just like mentally preparing ourselves for today, understanding the game plan, and just really understanding the principles. And just if we do that, then everything should, flow. Like she said, it may not be perfect, but you got to get it done.
We do a pretty good job, like coaching staff and players, just of working throughout the week, like not being locked in with just one team, just knowing all our principles, like Connie had said, and being locked in with the concept, so that way we're more focused on us than anyone else, and we're just locked in with what we're supposed to do.
Can you talk a little bit about your play this week? And it seems like you just really picked it up and you just dominated inside and just really kind of took over when necessary.
Like I said, I said this yesterday as well. It helps when you have players who are looking for the inside. We have a focus of not just inside but outside play. So it's all just one big team effort, and we just feed off each other. So it's really helpful with that.
How important do you guys feel? It seems like over the first 6 games, next year towards golf, you're just going each. How much more unified do you guys feel in terms of getting the pieces working as you head into Nebraska? First game.
From a coaching perspective, I can feel it. And some of that is a byproduct of having a lot of players, almost everyone returning, right? I didn't try to harp on the youth last year, but like I said, everyone was being asked to do something new. So I think we've kind of all year bought into a little bit more of a veteran understanding. And it allows me to do things like, to Nina's point, we were focused on San Francisco. We knew we had to beat San Francisco. But we had all week to prepare, and so we worked on some things that would be for Duquesne. I don't know that I could have done that last year. They would have thought USF was a walkover, which they're not, right? So a little more maturity and a little more cohesion with them being able to figure things out on their own. I'm sure they feel it too. They can speak to it, but I definitely see it.
No, I agree with her. I think I just told Asia Thomas yesterday, to me, we're still a young team, even though we have every class. We're all stepping into new roles. I'm a senior, stepping into a complete new role, leadership and all that. And then we have the 3 freshmen coming in, playing good minutes and helping. They're asked to come in and do a lot of things. And so it's you really don't have time to mess up or whatever. But as a whole, we're meshing really well, and we're just in sync with a lot of things of what we do when we lock in. And so it just looks, yeah.
What would you say, are you happier with the progress on offense or on defense?
Both of them.
I think it's probably easier to kind of track on offense a little bit. I think it's pretty clear, right? There were times last year where, people would not guard us at 3, and we might have a bad percentage, it costs us a game. Or, at other points, if they're trying to focus on one player, then we can't get production in other areas or what have you. I think it's pretty clear on offense that we've improved in the balance and, lower turnovers, more assists, more inside-outside presence. But I also think, we run a lot of different defenses. I think it's sometimes hard to get an identity in any one, but today we went pretty much all, straight, kind of man-to-man defense and got stops when we needed to. So I think that's growing too, but I think it's probably more apparent on offense.
Speaking of defense, I mean, you guys were all over that. I mean, just looking at the movement on the court, you have all these offensive weapons from Christine, Courtney, and now you, but also defensively. Is that something that you want your team to be known for as defensive team?
Of course. I mean, it's hard to win at a high level without being good on defense as well. And I think you got to be able to put the ball in the basket, right? It's both. But defensively, for sure. I mean, we have a lot of length. We have a lot of athleticism. And I think we can play a lot of different ways. So I think it's my job to kind of get us comfortable in 3 or 4 different defenses, but not have it be where any one of them, is weaker than another, right? So that's going to take some time. I think we can only get better. But, yeah, I think we want to have an identity of being really fluid on offense, but a lockdown defensive team, too. I thought today was a real test for us, and I thought we did well with it.
How challenging is it to play back-to-back? Like, in terms of it's not something you're used to getting 2 or 3 days, what are the sort of challenges? Because from a player standpoint, on back-to-back days, like, do you like it? Is it harder? Like, what's the...
For me, I was actually happy, just from like a player standpoint, like seeing my teammates. It was nice to know that we were able to play a game, have film, have an hour walkthrough the next day, and to be able to execute it as best as well as we did today. And so for me, I'm happy that I know that my teammates, we can lock in when need be when we have a quick turnaround the next day and we play another game.
Yeah, that's great to hear. I mean, to be honest, I always think it's harder on coaches than players because they're 17 to 21, 22. Their bodies can do a lot of things. I mean, it amazes me all the time. For us, it gets us out of our routine a little bit. And I'm not going to lie, I'm having a harder time staying up super late for film these days because of the little one. But I think for them, they're gamers. They, like Courtney said, they were great about trying to understand the game plan quickly and then just going out and playing. And we don't do it a lot, right? Pac-12 tournament, this tournament in Vegas, we'll have 3 games back to back to back, but usually you have a day in between. I think they're resilient. I think they can kind of go with the flow, and I thought they were terrific, like Courtney said, with a nighttime film, a morning shoot around, and let's play. And they did the job today.
Time for one more question.
So any thoughts on Nebraska? How do you feel going back that week prepare for that? How do you feel about that road?
Yeah, I think we try to schedule home and homes with Power 5 teams that give our players some kind of experience. I've actually never been out there to Lincoln, but they are known for a terrific women's basketball crowd. So I think that'll be fun for us. We'll get to wear our, fun parka, heavy coats that we don't get to wear very much because it'll be cold. I think it'll be our first time we've played a tough game at St. Mary's on the road, but getting on a plane, going into a hostile environment. They have a terrific post player in Jessica Shepard. They're a Big Ten team. So I haven't watched film on them yet, but I think the whole experience is a challenge, and it's also a good experience for our players to just experience a different part of the country and a different style of basketball and see what we can do.